I love doing that. Every single time, it's just fun to start with a nice little clapping explosion. It's good fun. I'm enjoying it at the moment. I just thought I'd make a video today talking about something that sort of confused me a little bit when I was younger and first started like getting into training and first started going to the gym. It was something that I learned a little bit more about through school, just because I was studying sort of biomechanics and human development and all that sort of stuff through school. And I just thought maybe you could help some people out there, pretty much just sort of understand the fundamentals about how growing a muscle actually works and how building muscle actually works, and the whole process behind progressive overload, really. So in simplest terms, progressive overload simply means that you start at point A and then you end at point B, and between A and B things get harder. Okay, so you got to keep in mind, like, if you have never trained at all, you've never been into a gym, you look a certain way. Okay, you then start training. Regardless of what you're doing, you're gonna get some results. If you start lifting weights, you're gonna build some muscle. Whether you're an overweight person, an underweight person, you're gonna put on some muscle if you start training and you're eating enough and that sort of stuff. Okay, once you get to a point where your body plateaus at that, you then need to increase the amount of stimulus you're giving it to then progress further. Okay, so all progressive overload really is the increase of stimulus over time to then increase the overall growth and the overall development over time. Okay, the easiest way to look at this is, say, with strength exercises. Take for example a bench press. You might say when you first start bench pressing, you can only bench press 20 kilos or 30 kilos, but 6 months down the line, now you're benching 50 kilos, 60 kilos, 70 kilos, whatever it is. A year, 2 years, 3 years down the line, whatever, you're benching 100 kilos, 110, 120. And it's that long drawn out period of time where you're just progressively putting on more weight that's actually breaking down the tissue more and progressively getting it bigger and stronger. Okay, now regardless of whether you're doing this for strength or size, it's the same sort of process. It's just that they work a little bit differently as to, I guess, like the actual sort of rep range and the intensity that you're normally doing them at. Okay, so when it comes to actually, say, growing a muscle more so than building the actual strength of it, there's a few ways that you can progressively overload it. That would be your duration, or the amount of times you're doing it, so like your sets and your reps, the weight that you're actually using, so the overall total volume, if that's increasing over time, or things like reducing your rest and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things that you can throw at it to change the stimulus and make it harder, and it doesn't really matter how you go about doing it, as long as you are progressively making things more difficult as time goes along. Okay, you got to think that your body, realistically, it doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to get massive. It doesn't want to put on size. It doesn't want to lose weight. It wants to just be healthy and where it is, and that's all it really cares about. So it's going to try and get to that sort of equilibrium point, to that point of just sustainable normal as much as possible. You then, if you want to change it, have to go and put it into an uncomfortable position and force it to move. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So if I was to go into the gym and on the very first day I'm lifting, let's say I'm doing curls, I'm doing 10 kilo curls for 3 sets of 12, and then 3 years down the line, I go in and I'm doing the exact same weight, the exact same reps, the exact same rest, the exact same everything. What reason does my body have to change? Okay, you know what I mean? Like, what reason does why do my muscles want to grow? Why do my arms want to develop? What is it that's actually causing it to change? Nothing. But if I go in there and 2-3 years down the line, I'm now doing more weight. So say I'm doing 15 kilos instead of 10. I'm doing 4 sets instead of 3. I'm doing 15 reps instead of 12. There's more stimulus that's actually going on, and because of that, it means there's more tissue that's being broken down, and because of that, it means there's more room to actually develop and progress. Okay, hopefully that made sense. It's just a really basic rundown through things, pretty much. That's sort of what I'm enjoying talking about at the moment, is just these really sort of, I guess, fundamental basics about health and fitness that I feel a lot of people don't fully understand or sort of overlook. Just sort of, shooting them out as fast as I can to give you the information that you actually need with not a whole lot of fluff. But if you do have any questions about this topic in particular or anything else you want me to talk about, drop them below in the comments, message me on Instagram, whatever you want to do, and I'll be happy to make a video talking about it. But if you did enjoy this, give it a like, give it a sub, do whatever you want, have a good one, and yeah, keep looking sexy and doing your thing.